Blackjack on Twitter has some memoir tea. The writer wrote, "Beginning this week and next, the latest editions of Harry's memoir-bound galley are being mailed out to their chosen critics. They're being selective about who these bound galleys are going to. I put in a request with Penguin Random House team coordinating the publicity effort and didn't hear back from them. Any guesses on who will get a copy? Omid Scobie, Roya Nicker, Katie Nichol, The Mirror, Jack Royston, BuzzFeed, Newsweek?" Harry has been reportedly rewriting his memoir to omit attacks on the royal family. However, there's a risk of the contents of his new book going public. Journalist Jonathan Sacerdoti said, "If it's true that Harry's book is being rewritten or re-edited after it had been signed off and possibly even been produced to a nearly finished state, then there's also a risk that the earlier version could be leaked and made public, even if a decision is made to change the focus or tone things down. So even if it is edited and changed before it's published, the original text will always be a possible threat," he added. According to royal expert Nick Bullen, Prince Harry's inner circle has some reservations about his upcoming tell-all book and Netflix docuseries. Bullen confessed during an interview that he hasn't heard very much about either of the 38-year-old Duke's highly anticipated projects. "I think it's all a very closely guarded secret," he said. "We have a documentary coming out in December. We've got the book in January and, Netflix have paid a lot of money for this documentary. So Harry and Meghan Markle are going to have to say more than, 'We have a lovely life in Montecito and we love each other.' There needs to be some meat in the sandwich." The editor-in-chief of True Royalty TV claimed that Harry has been talking to friends from his childhood in order to drudge up his most impactful memories, and even some of the darker moments in his life to include in his work. Now, whether that's for the book or the documentary, I don't know, but I know a lot of people have been saying to him, "Why are you going back over this old brand? Why are you digging all of this up again?" Bullen said. So I think that those closest to him in the UK, or those who were very close to him in the UK in the past, are slightly concerned about how far he's going. Now, whether he puts all of that in the book or the documentary, I don't know, but he's certainly been doing a lot of early childhood research. The producer conceded that fans of the former military pilot will have to wait and see to find out what makes the final cut of his memoir and the Netflix documentary. "Certainly I think that the questions he's been asking have been raising a number of eyebrows," Bullen hinted. And then those that are sort of closer to King Charles III and the Queen and the Prince and Princess of Wales, who are part of the palace infrastructure, are absolutely bracing themselves for what's about to come. Because no one knows. History has shown us that when the Sussexes speak, they can throw out some pretty big accusations. Meanwhile, royal author and biographer Andrew Morton has issued a grave warning at Prince Harry about the biblical resonances of his upcoming memoir, Spare. Mr. Morton started by showcasing parallels between the story from the Old Testament and Prince Harry's incoming memoir in his interview. He admitted to Vanity Fair, the fact that he's called it Spare means that he's going to deal with his relationship with his brother. Mr. Morton even made references from the tale in Genesis where two brothers, Cain and Abel, fight to the death and branded it all a saga. Before signing off, the expert also slipped in a warning. It's going to be a Cain and Abel saga, since it seems to have a biblical resonance.